What factors led you to become a teacher?
Actually, I wasn't a very good student when I was in high school. So my parents required me to do some volunteer hours, so I started volunteering at Cabrillo Marine Aquarium down in San Pedro, and that was when I fell in love with science and I fell in love with education. They hired me to be an educational assistant, and I did that throughout college. When I graduated from Long Beach State with my bachelor's in political science, LA Unified was hiring and they needed someone with science classes, and they hired me without a teaching credential. I was so nervous about taking the position because I hated school growing up. And once I started teaching, I realized that I really love it, and I was able to take my experiences from Cabrillo and apply it into my classroom, and so I got the kids really excited about learning.
How have you promoted or strengthened the teaching profession?
Everyone in the community is always supportive of teachers and educators and education. They never know how. One example of how I promoted education is that whenever I call a doctor to make an appointment, I always ask them for the teacher's appointment. I tell them that I don't want to miss my students and I don't want to leave class early. And all of my teachers luckily have adapted for that, and they've always given me the teacher's appointment after school. When I'm out and about after school and during my off time, I'm always asking community members, talking about how I'm a teacher and how I'm always trying to get more people involved. And I bring them in as either guest speakers, or they donate things to my classroom to give rewards to my students, or they just help me in chaperoning field trips and just being there in order to support the kids, and so this way we can all work together. It takes a village in order to educate the youth.
And what do you consider to be one of the biggest issues in public education today?
Oh, that's easy. Progression. I feel like we've been teaching the exact same way we have for the past 50 years. I don't think we've upgraded at all. The coolest part about COVID is we finally learned how to use technology in education. Our students finally learned how to use Google Sheets and how to use Schoology, how to make videos and how to put it all together. And what's been really fun now that we're back in the classroom is that the students are able to take this information from Google, make videos of things that we are doing in the classrooms, putting it together and uploading it. Students are able to take their previous knowledge and apply it to book learning. They're able to apply it to the labs and put it all together. One of the causes that education has never progressed is there was never a need, and COVID finally provided us with the opportunity in order to look at different options for education. Virtual teaching, although it was difficult at first, really turned out to be a blessing in disguise. In terms of my lecturing ability, I know my lectures got a lot better. I had students being able to reach out and ask questions, especially in something as difficult as chemistry. Kids that normally don't speak out in class were able to send me private messages, and they were able to ask the questions they needed so I can give them the help they want. This is an issue that can easily be addressed, and this has been a great year of combining all of this information together so this way we can move forward with education as a whole.